Hello, Losties. Welcome to the midweek edition of the official Lost fan show from Sky One. There's a gentleman I want you to meet. He's here. His name's Geeky Tom. Hey, fella.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Yeah. Have a look over here. Fella I want you to meet. It's not Paul Terry. He's bunked off to Egypt. It's Helen. Hello, Helen.
How are you doing?
You all right?
That was a very manly conversation there.
Yeah, we can be manly when we try. We have to try very hard, though, for it to be manly. Let's have a little recap of this episode. Can you sum it up for us? Some of the things we learnt in this week's episode of Lost.
That Charles Widmore is on the island.
As a young man.
As a young
Yes.
man. We reckon that Miss Hawking is also that bird with the dodgy accent.
You're straying, Tom. You're straying into theory and hyperbole. I want the facts. Penny and Desmond have a boy called Charlie.
All right, there's a nuke.
Fact.
There's a nuke on the island.
There's
Fact.
a hydrogen bomb on the island. Fact. We've met the hostiles and Richard Alpert again. Fact. Locke has told Alpert to visit him as a young boy.
Yep. Richard is old.
So say fact.
Fact.
Thank you very much.
Play the game.
And we have been told that Faraday's mother is in LA. We don't know for sure, but we have been told that.
Fact.
Now, there's a lot of Widmore. It's good to see Jim Robinson popping up again in
Got
Lost.
a bit of Jim.
I'm surprised that Desmond didn't go and kick the living Jesus out of him, for
like
goodness
leap
sakes.
at him and push him out through the window.
I thought there was going to be some violence, but I get the
Some
feeling
fight.
that Desmond is still a little bit scared of him.
Yeah, well you would be. I'd be scared of Charles.
I tell you what was interesting, actually, that Widmore obviously hates Desmond.
Yep.
Wants his doesn't know he's got a grandson, but wants to see Penny again.
Yeah.
But actually says, just wherever you were hiding, go back and hide.
So he's a bit protective
Yeah.
as well. Maybe because, Desmond and Penny are together and he knows that Desmond will protect Penny.
Well, we know why he's
But they're
scared
doing it
though.
again, aren't they? They're making us like Charles, like they did with Ben, where you kind of hate him, you love him, you hate him, you love him. Doing it with Charles now.
Yeah, but Ben Linus has threatened Penny.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm guessing Widmore is saying, look, wherever you just go back and hide, please. This confuses the matter on how Widmore and Ben know each other, because we've been working on the theory, well, maybe they're brothers, which they could possibly still be. Or
We haven't seen Ben. Do you reckon there's a young Ben? Actually, yeah, I see what you mean. But I guess there is a big age difference between Ben and Charles. So Charles must be on the island with the others, while Ben is on there working for Dharma.
I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think Widmore gets off pretty soon around the time that this is all happening.
All right, that's a fair play.
Well, I'm just guessing.
Well, that's what we all do. That's what we always do. So.
That's correct. If you notice, kids, it's all we're doing is guessing. From the Sky One forum, Flying High has written, young Widmore heard everything Locke said about who he is and how he was the leader of the others. So that could explain how in the future, Abaddon knew who Locke was and sent him on a path to the island, telling him to go on a walkabout. And since it's fairly clear from the season 4 episode Confirmed Dead that Abaddon works for Widmore, I'd say that Widmore is responsible for Locke being on the island in the first place.
Why would he want Locke on the island?
Because Locke has to be on the island, doesn't he? This is actually doing my head in now.
It's a bit confusing, that.
It's very, very confusing to the point I'm getting angry about it.
I can't add any more.
Yeah, I'm stumped on that one.
Why Desmond's baby? It's called it Charlie.
You all, everybody.
But then of course it's Charles Widmore.
Charles Widmore. I'm thinking of the more Charles.
No, it's gonna be Charlie.
I'm trying to. Now I'm reading too much into the time travel thinking. Well, I'm thinking, well, hang on, is that actually Charlie? Because it's a blonde kid. He's going to have an English accent. Is that our Charlie?
No.
I thought you were going to say Charles
surely not.
Widmore then.
Well, that's weird. Penny's father side her own father? No, thank you. Surely Desmond is going to have to go back to the island. He's promised not to go back to the island, but him and Penny
As
have
soon
to go.
as he said, "Why would I do that?"
Yeah.
You just know.
He
that
looked
he's
really
gonna go back.
shifty, didn't he? He did a little giggle as well when we were watching it.
Always good to see Desmond looking particularly sexy in this episode, I thought. We have a camera phone message from Rob. Let's have a look at that, shall we?
Hi guys, I reckon that the island never disappeared. I think that what happened is it moved into a fourth dimension that we can't see. And that in this fourth dimension, the whole string theory of time, the string becomes bundled up, and so you can very easily move between times. And that, yeah, basically that explains all the strange goings on. What do you think?
The string theory of time, you understand that, where so it's all the string is muddled up so you can sort of cross between different points of time, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But the island doesn't disappear, it's in a fourth dimension, but that means it has disappeared.
We kind of saw it, that's what I was like, it kind of did disappear, we kind of saw it happen, didn't we?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, we saw it blip out.
Blip out, there we go.
That's a technical term from when an island disappears, it blips out. But he's saying it's gone into a different dimension, but I think that's a little bit of a...
It's simplifying it a bit,
yeah.
really, isn't it? You know,
And that's how it happened.
Oh, bless it. But listen, thank you very much for that. It's very kind. We've got an email from Paul, not Paul Terry. He's in Egypt, up a pyramid. But this Paul says, Daniel Faraday said that time is like a stream. You can go backwards and forwards, but you cannot divert it. I suppose we're all assuming that the Oceanic 6 getting off the island was a diversion of the time stream. But what if the original diversion of the time stream was the crash of 8:15 caused by Desmond not pushing the button in time? So the passengers of 8:15 should never have even been on the island.
No, because we said that you're pressing the button was probably to stop the bomb going off. So rather than change the period in time, which we've seen is done by the big donkey wheel. So
Can I tell you what I'm really worried is going to happen? They're all going to get back on the island. They're going to reset any errors or something that have been made in time, and the plane crash will never have happened.
And they'll all wake up like before
Like it was a bad dream. Yeah, they'll all wake up on the flight, and but I don't think it's going to be quite as bad as that. As they're going to wake up in a dream, but I do worry, and the clues would hint that if it's time travel and people jumping about time, that the plane crash never actually happened. They are in the wrong time stream, or they go back and they change time, or
You can't change.
you can't.
well, you can change. You can't change the ultimate effect, but you could change the. You can't change the end result, but you can change the journey. I think that what's going to happen is that there is something further in time than we are seeing now that is meant to happen, and that can only happen if certain things happen before then. And for those things to happen, the plane had to crash so that they can all go off the island and come back and fix the thing. I'm worried they're going to jump back to a point in time where the plane crash never happened, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, and everyone's sorted.
Well, probably, and that'd be rubbish.
That would be rubbish.
But there's not a lot we can do about it, is there? Unless they're actually watching this, but I doubt it.
I think they'd listen to us if they were.
I know for a fact that Jack Bender is watching this. You all right, Jack? Yes. Anyway, we're hunting for Sky One's biggest lost geek. It's not you, I'm afraid, fella.
Oh, my reign over,
Your
is
reign.
it?
You'll always be Geeky Tom to us, but you're not the biggest geek. A young lady called Donna is convinced that it's her. Let's have a look at Donna and see why she's so convinced.
Hello, my name's Donna, and I'm here to tell you that you can stop your search for the biggest lost fan, because you found her. It's me. I'm obsessed with this show. I have every single one of the action figures, all the t-shirts, but 2 which are coming from the States as we speak. I've all the merchandise, including the calendars, twice, one to use, one for the collection, all the mugs, all the CD soundtracks, the notebooks, the lot. I've got all the Lost magazines, including one which I have twice because one of them is signed by Alan Dale. I've got the Dharma poker set. I even went all the way to the island of Oahu in the beautiful Hawaii to see where Lost is filmed. I am a huge Lost fan, and I hope you'll agree I am the biggest. Please don't hold my shoddy camera work against me.
I'm kind of quite impressed with that, if I'm completely honest. I'm a little bit envious of some of the gear she's got. She's got a Dharma jumpsuit there. Be honest, Tom.
Yeah.
If you had a Dharma jumpsuit, the second you got home from work, off with you'd have the Dharma jumpsuit on. You'd be making your beans on toast in that, wouldn't you?
I'd wear it underneath my clothes at all times.
That's a cool thing to have.
It's pretty good.
She's pretty. Did you find that? I mean, that's geeky.
Yeah, that is really geeky. Where did she get it from anyway?
Yeah, I don't know.
I bet she made it.
Donna, listen, thank you for that. If you think you are geekier than Donna, then record yourself on a camera phone or a webcam, and proving to us just how geeky you actually are. And you might be joining us. Oh, hang on. They're coming here? Oh no, the geekiest person is going to come here and join us on the Lost Initiative for a Geek Off quiz at the season 5 finale.
Oh no, not a quiz.
No, the scary thing is the fact the geeks are coming here, Tom. They're going to want to touch us. No touching is allowed. Right, back to the episode. It's Faraday and the Jughead bomb.
And I'm guessing from this man's radiation burns that the housing has been compromised. Is that right? You need to listen to me. You have an unstable device that's capable of destroying this entire island, and it's broken. If you don't allow me to render it inert, all of us are gonna die. All of us.
You know, the first episode we see Faraday,
Yeah.
I think it's the first episode, may not be actually, but he's watching the recovery of the fake oceanic plane, and he's crying.
He is crying.
He does.
It's got to be because Ginger dies on the island.
But he says he doesn't know why he's crying though.
But he don't, well, maybe it's like an implanted thing, like when Desmond wakes up and says, "Oh, I've just remembered something." You know, he's uploaded a memory.
Like
And
a
it's
time
just can't
echo,
quite-
like when Locke gets shot the whole time.
But maybe he's crying because he knows that he has to go to that island, and the only woman he's ever really loved dies on there with a big, massive nosebleed thing.
Do you think she dies?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Really?
How do you know?
I don't know that.
I don't think she dies.
Oh.
You think there's a lot of blood coming out of her nose?
I think he saves her somehow.
It can't lead anywhere, that love story, can it really? It can only end in misery.
I think he'll save her, actually. I think he will do.
How?
Yeah, I think he will.
Find her a constant.
Sean has emailed in. Widmore was obsessed with the island and the miracles it performs. Alvar Hanso and Widmar established the Dharma Initiative to continue investigating the island. Benjamin, as we know, caused the purge, killing off the Dharma Initiative and their links to and from the island. This explains why Widmore wants the island back and why he feels Ben took it from him. Also, I believe that Jacob is Magnus Hanso?
Oh.
The grandfather of Alvar Hanso and the captain of the Black Rock. The reason Alvar Hanso, the creator of the Hanso Foundation, wanted to gain access to the island and why he co-created the Dharma Initiative was to reach his long marooned grandfather. Thoughts on that, please?
I think there's a lot to take in there.
There is a lot to take
But
in.
I quite like the Benjamin and why Benjamin and Widmore are fighting over the island. I quite like that idea.
Tom?
I like the bit with the marooned grandfather, like Robinson Crusoe.
You know what this reminds me of?
Go on then.
And look, this is, I'm on fire today. Do you remember Series 1 and Series 2? Series 1 in particular was all about relationships with fathers.
Yes.
It was all about fathers. There was Jack's dad, there was Locke's dad. It was all about fathers.
Yeah.
And so you
and
could
they're
say
all flawed in some way.
they
as well,
are
aren't
all
they?
flawed. They are all messed up relationship
Yeah.
with fathers. And it's possible to say that, well, Kate killing her stepdad, and her father, you know, saying, well, you better get out of here and hide. It's possible to say that all of the people on that island have been sent there by their fathers in some way. More fuel to the fire that is burning that proves that Faraday is Widmore's son. Bam! I'll have that!
Oh, cool.
It's good, isn't it? Well, it's good. If you want to dispute my theories, bring it on, my friends. You'll only look silly. It's lost on Sky One at sky.com. Thank you. Now, Tom. Second Life. This is us on the Lost Island. Those are real people there, are they?
They can hear us as well. I apologise, everybody,
Yes.
for talking over you.
No, it's okay.
I shall have a wander
Hello,
around.
how are you doing?
Let's go and talk to Samantha Concora. Hello, Samantha. Go close, go close.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
I shall I wave?
Don't get that close, that's rude.
Bump
Sorry.
into her.
Can I just say, what a marvellous Dharma Initiative jumpsuit you're wearing.
Thank you.
Are you really a lady?
Yes.
Okay, good, because I know sometimes that people pretend to be ladies on here, so we've got to be careful about that. Why have you come here to the Lost Island on Second Life?
Well, because I'm a huge Lost fan. And I think it's great to be able to talk to people all over the world about one of my favorite things.
Is the person who built this Lost Island here?
Well, actually, there's a bunch of us that worked on different areas. We all kind of pitch in, all the staff members.
Oh, let's check it out. It's the plane.
Oh, look at this, come on. I'm worried that Samantha is leading us off somewhere in the jungle and is either going to try and do something to us or kill us.
To the others.
I think it's fine.
Hey, how about this for my latest theory? You know in this week's episode, you know Eloise, who's points the gun at Faraday?
Yes.
How about she's Ms. Hawking?
Yes, I think so.
And
that's
that,
what a lot of our members believe.
And that her and Widmore have a baby, and that baby is Faraday.
That's actually what Camp was thinking. Uh-oh, I hear Smokey coming. We better get a move on.
Oh, run, Tom, run.
How do you run? No, stop. I can barely walk.
What friendly people they were, weren't they?
Yes.
Join us next time on the official Lost fan show for Sky One, right after we've all watched episode 4, The Little Prince. Sunday, 9 p.m, Sky One. Until then, namaste.
Hey guys, had a theory about the pendulum that we saw at the end of the episode The Lie. I believe it's used to determine the position of the island, and it does this by using the laws of gravity. So gravity states that two masses will attract each other, so the island, which has a very large mass, will attract the pendulum. As the island moves around, it will pull the pendulum in a different direction. That will change the pendulum's swing, which will change the lines of chalk on the floor. So by looking at those, doing a fancy calculation on your blackboard, a la Mrs. Hawken, you'd be able to determine where the island is. That's my theory. Hope you like it. Namaste.
Bam! I'll have that!